Hey guys, welcome to Xonestudios, and so today we're going to go over basic modeling in Google Sketchup and getting introduced to the user interface. Now let's start, shall we? So by the end of this tutorial, you'll be able to make a simple swimming pool, like so, over here. Let me click out. We're going to make this model using some of the basic Sketchup tools, mostly the push and pull tool, move tool, rotation tool, offset tool, and your basic objects to start off with, such as rectangle, circle, and arc. Now, right before we get into modeling this swimming pool, let's go over some basics. Now, to look around your object, you basically use the orbit tool. It orbits around the object. Here's your pan tool, which pans around the objects, and your zoom tool. Now, the hotkeys for this is holding the middle mouse button for the orbit tool. The hotkey for the pan tool is shift and clicking on the middle mouse button. And finally, for the zoom tool, it's basically scrolling on your middle mouse button. Now let's delete this and get started. Okay, we start off by creating a rectangle, and using the push and pull tool, push the rectangle up. Now we're going to basically create some cuts. Now the offset tool, what it does is basically creates a copy on an individual face, which you can then manipulate like this. The arc tool can be used by clicking on one point and clicking on another and moving your mouse forward and back to bend your line. And now what you can do is any objects which have been created by causing new surfaces by the means of any of these tools here can be pushed and pulled. Alright, so you want to push these down like so. Oops. Alright. Use the offset tool to create some cuts. Make it a bit fancy. Right at the bottom, add another offset which goes outwards. Now it's really important to consider the axes of these models, like the blue axis, green, and the red, which obviously relate to the X, Y, and Z. Now we're going to go into that later, but let's just start off by creating some steps now. Google Sketchup is basically and primarily an architectural based software, so you're going to be doing a lot of linear work in here. So it's a really good stepping stone for modeling and such. Alright. Okay, this should do. Now we're going to drag up the stairs and make it level with this edge. By doing this, Google SketchUp has a specialized inference tool which allows you to make things level by clicking on your selected object and onto another object's edge, and Google SketchUp is using the inference tool matches the height. Now you're just going to add more cuts into the stairs. Now this basically allows you to have a better control and helps you familiarize yourself with using the offset and these really common tools which you're going to use in SketchUp in order to model your objects. Just push and pull these in. Okay. Right. Okay. Now time to create some poles just around the swimming pool, which can act as your support as you're going to get off. Now I'm going to use the inference tool again to match the height of this offset tool to create some cuts just to make it look more fancy. Now you can do this however you want. Just get used to the software and just go. It's really fun software actually. If you get to use it, you really enjoy what it has to offer. Alright, let's create just a little more and we're done. Okay, so here we go, the basic structure of our swimming pool. In the next tutorial we're going to be learning how to add more textures and more detail into this model. And yeah, have fun. Later, G.